Mic check. I came in his name, I'm saved by his grace. By his grace, Susanna. I came in his name, I am saved by his grace. 2,000 years ago, he died on a cross so he could show you how to live your life without sin and without lies. The devil took him on a mountain top and offered him every kingdom. He would not stop. He said, "Son of man, worship me. Come over, bend your knee." I said, I came in his name. I'm saved by his grace. Surrounded himself 12 good men, disciples is what we call them. There was Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, and they told the story after he was gone, how he was born and raised. It only took 3 days. In his name we are saved, but only by his grace. I came in his name. I am saved by his grace. By his grace, boys and girls. Today is gonna be the day, gonna prove this globe to you. By now you should have somehow realized it isn't true. I don't believe anybody proved the earth it spins. That's why the flat earth wins. Backbeat, the word is on the street, that's the lies have been called out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, never held the globe in doubt. I don't believe anybody proved the earth it spins. That's why the flat earth wins. And all the globes they showed you, they were lying. All the pics they said, satellites were CGI. There were many proofs that I'd like to prove to you, but I don't know how, mister. They said you ought to have a pick of Benny water, 'cause after all, we live on a boat. Today is gonna be the day, gonna prove this globe to you. By now you should have somehow realized it's not true. I don't believe anybody proved the earth it spins. That's why the flat earth wins every time. Backbeat, the word is on the street, and that's the lies have been called out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, never held the globe in doubt. I don't believe anybody proved the earth that spins. That's why the flat earth wins. And all the globes they showed you, they were lying. All the pics they said were from satellites where CGI, and there are many proofs that I'd like to show to you, but I don't know how. Got it that time. Bum dear. I said you ought to have a pick of Benny water, 'cause after all, we live on a boat. I said water's level, and you've been fooled by the devil. 'Cause water's level, and you've been fooled by the devil. Bink. This one goes out to all you natural girls. On the day you were born, God looked down at the place you lay. He took a deep breath and he blew on those clouds and he blew them away. Heaven and earth he built, it took him just 6 days. Took him twice as long to make that smile for your beautiful face. I said, my man, sorry. 'Cause you're a natural girl. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. Sent a letter to Cadbury's. They made a recipe for your eyes. Took the twinkles from the stars and placed them inside both your eyes. For me, for me, for me, for me. 'Cause you're a natural, actual girl. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. I'll work for days, I'll toil for hours and hours, just to pay for your dress, all your wedding flowers, and your dress will be made from the finest silk threads. It will fluster the priest and turn every man's head as you grace the aisle, rose curves and that smile, that smile. 'Cause you're a natural, actual girl, that's the way it is. You got natural curves. I just sing this. Just to pay for your dress and all your wedding flowers, and your dress will be made from the finest silk threads. It will fluster the priest and turn every man's head as you grace the aisle with those curves and that smile, that smile. 'Cause you're a natural, actual girl, that's what you are. We're natural curves. Blushed at your beauty when they caught a glimpse of your legs, your arms, your feminine charms, those charms. 'Cause you're a natural, actual girl. Tra-la-la-la-la-la, yeah. So send a message to my father up above. Tell him I found this girl, the one I truly love, the one that he sent down heaven up above. Fits me just like a glove. 'Cause she's a natural, actual girl. Tra-la-la-la-la. I climb the walls and clamber the highest steeple. At the top of my voice I sing to all the people. Found this girl. She's a natural, actual girl. Tra-la-la-la-la. I'll write your name upon Venus, Jupiter, Mars. When you look up at night, you'll see your name written in the stars. 'Cause you're a natural girl. Bing, 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 bing. How y'all doing? Did you have a nice day on a non-spinning stationary flat plane? Welcome to the show. The forensics one, that is, not the one you're living in. The Truman Show. Go on then, up to the 7th. Bring! Top of me scale. Annabelle be the man. Good evening, darling. How are you? Banshee playing magician, sitting lotus on the floor. A belly dancing beauty with a power-driven song. Had my share of nightmares, didn't think there could be much more. Then in walked Roderick Usher with the Lady Eleanor. She tied my eyes with a ribbon of a silken ghostly thread. I gazed with troubled vision on an old four-poster bed. Well, Eleanor had risen to kiss the neck below my head, then bid me come along with her to the land of the dancing dead. But it's alright, Lady Eleanor. Alright, Lady Eleanor. I said, I'm alright where I am. Oh, I love that A. She gazed with a loving beauty, like a mother to a son, like living, dying, seeing, being, all rolled into one. Then all at once I heard some music playing in my bones. Same old song I'd heard for years, reminding me of home. But it's alright, but it's alright, Lady Eleanor. Alright, Lady Eleanor. I said, I'm alright where I am. Then creeping on towards me, licking lips with tongues on fire. A host of golden demons screaming lust and base desire. When it seemed for certain screams could get no higher, I heard a voice above the rest screaming, you're a liar. Itchy nose. But it's alright, Lady Eleanor. Alright, Lady Eleanor. I said, I'm alright where I am. Bink. Lindisfarne, the Lady Eleanor. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much more of me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him because he won and hit, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some girl would giggle and I'd go red, and then some guy laughing and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, I ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick, grew up mean. My fists got hard, my wits got keen, and I'd roam from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars, I'd search all the honky tonks and bars and kill the man that gave me this awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July. I just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop to have myself a brew. And at an old saloon in a street of mud, there at the table, dealing stood, sat a dirty mange mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew the snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture my mama had. Knew the scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and grey, and he was big and bent, and he was grey and old. I looked at him and my blood ran cold. I said, my name is Sue. How do you do? Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes. He went down, but to my surprise, came up with a knife and he cut off a piece of my ear. I busted a chair right across his teeth and we crashed through the wall into the street. We was kicking, gouging in mud, the blood and the beer. I tell you, I've fought tougher men, but really can't remember when. Kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh, then I heard him cuss, and he went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. And he just stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile. He said, son, this world is mighty rough, and if a man's gonna make it, it's gotta be tough, and I knew I won't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name, and I said goodbye, and I knew you'd get tough, or else you died. It's that name that'll make you big and strong. He said, now you just fought one hell of a fight. Know you hate me, you got the right to kill me now. I won't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in the guts and the spit in your eye. 'Cause I'm the son of a gun that named you Sue. Well, I got all choked up, I threw down my gun. Yeah, I got all choked up, I threw down my gun. I called him my pa, though he made me my mum. And I came away with a different point of view. Forensic one. I think about him every now and then, and every time I do, and every time I win. If I ever have a son, I'm gonna name him Horatio. Bing. Let's sing one for God. Well, I can find it. Oh, there it is. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, how I feel. A breeze drifting on by. You know how I feel. Don't you know it's a new dawn, new day, a new life for me. Yes, it is, and I'm feeling God. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. Yes, you do. River running free, you know how I blossoms in the tree, you know how I feel. Yes, you do. It's a new dawn, new day, a new life for me. Yes, it is, and I'm feeling God. Dragonflies out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Yeah, 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 sleep in peace when your day is done, that's what I mean. It's a old Yes, it is. And I'm feeling God. And stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Yeah, 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 freedom is ours. You know how I feel, yes you do. It's a new dawn, new day, new life for me. Thank you, Father. And I'm feeling God. You're not moving. Did I knock my little boy out? Did I? Did I knock him out? Oh, he's good. Got a treat. Yeah. Got a treat. Come in, you daft dog. It's wet. Come on, Alex. There you go. You can go and lay on your bed, yeah. It's wet out there, mate. Right, that's the puppy treated. Let's close the music window. Let's share the stream quickly. I'll be right back with you. And I'm feeling God. Come on then, mouse. Pause. Is the microphone close enough? Because I turned down the gain yesterday. I don't know how loud I am at your end. Is it good? Let me copy that. Copy. Tweet. Oh, you've got a big face. Paste. Son of man. Away it goes. And tweeted. Home. There it is with a picture. Makes a change. Let's come back to class. Say hello to you all. Who was first in tonight? It was Susanna. Hello, Susanna. How are you doing? Jono, welcome. Johnny Yuma, XO. How are you doing, mate? Alpha, welcome to the show. Kyle, Oot and About. How are you doing? Judy, hello. Judy. Cable X, Salam. Tubbs, welcome to the show. Just some dude, hello. Cafe M in Florida, hello. Anna Souza, bomb there to the Portuguese princess. How you doing, chicks? Where are we? Luke, hello, pal. Many blessings. Well, blessings to all of you, by the way. Not just Luke. No favoritism. Adrian Byrne, hello, Adrian. Bob Jules, welcome to the show. Rachel, how you doing, chick? Annabelle, hello, Annabelle, how you doing? Dutch girls, you are beautiful. Where are we? Rachel, we already said hello to. I think that's all of you. It is. I think it's, no, Lisa Glass is here. Happy birthday, Lisa. Lisa, it's your birthday. How you doing, Lisa? Nung Nung. Hello. Nung Nung. Nung Nung Nung. Hello, Nung Nung. And we're done. Right. Oh, I missed Connor. Hello, welcome to the show. Right, we're done. Is that everyone? It is everyone. All right, we're done. Let's come back. Bink. Let's Have we done John Wayne? I don't know. Hang on one sec. Oh. Every day we look at the human skeleton. Why? Because it's the most interesting. I went straight into it, look. Every day we look at the human skeleton. Males have got bigger faces. It's a visual thing, look. You can literally tell the difference. Once you learn that women have got smaller, squashier faces, you can see the big male face every time. Men have further apart, rectangularly shaped eyes. Women have rounded, closer eyes. Men have bigger noses. Men have bigger teeth. Men have wide dental arches to match the far apart eyes. Women have narrow dental arches to match the closer eyes. Men have square jaws to match those two. Women have sloping jaws to match those two. A woman has a 5 head, a man has a 4 head. In general, the woman's head looks like an upside down egg and the man's looks like a block. Sometimes we say a cannonball because it's almost as wide as it is long. The woman's widest part is in the hairline. Look at the difference. Excess of copyright material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news report, teaching and research without the need for much formal payment to a copyright holder. To the noddy holder. Bink, right there. Okie dokie. Ding. Let's bust the nut here. Right. Who was I going to do? Dirty Sanchez. Dirty Sanchez. For all you Americans, you won't know what this show is. It was like the English version of Jackass, only these girls were a little bit more deranged, I think. Just a little bit. Dirty Sanchez. There it is. Matthew Pritchard. Lee Dainton. Michael Locke, otherwise known as Pancho. Not Poncho, Pancho. And Dan Joyce, 2 first names. There we go. Okay, so let's start with the Dirty Sanchez girls. Pritchard, Matthew Pritchard. I've covered Pritchard already. Images. Runs elbows out, look. Facially, squashed look. It's a small triangle. It's been squashed top and bottom. Because they added a big chin implant, I think it just squashes the face more when they add it. I've got dial M for Masons. I've got a flat forehead. I've got soft eyes, a small face. She's got a big pointed schnoz. High set ears. I don't see a trachea or an Adam's apple. They cover themselves in tattoos to disguise what they are. Ink in the bodies. I think this is why God doesn't like it when you ink the temple. You're kind of hiding what you are, aren't you? Pritchard with the 2 strong men from England. I can't remember what the names are. Look at the saggy titties on all of them. He's got inverted nipples. Pritchard's got inverted nipples. It could be the tattoo that's making it look that way, but it looks inverted to me. Allegedly the strongest men in Britain, in the world. One of them is the strongest in the world, isn't she? Crowcast, 33 Father. Is that Pritchard now? Do you know what? If someone showed me that, I would not have known that was Matthew Pritchard. Oh, there you go. Who does she love? Satan. We'll do it now. Arching eyebrows, no cheekbones, small mouth, fake chin, no Adam's apple, no trachea. Matthew Pritchard is a girl. Wow, that looks a little bit like Marley. You know what? That's not far off. Marley's got more brown on him than that. And again, double devil horns. These crazy women. Skateboarder as well, like the other ones. They all do this. Burt Reynolds, as above, so below. I'll take that picture. They all do that pose, don't they? Matthew Pritchard from Dirty Sanchez, the Welsh Girls. I say Welsh Girls, yes, and one Londoner, a girl, Dan Joyce, 2 first names. I think that's the only one I couldn't get, Dan Joyce. Wow, that looks like Sylvester Stallone for a split second. Talk about a squashy face. Let's go back. Who's that sticking the tongue out? Stereophonics drummer. Close set, coffee bean eyes. Stereophonics, they're Welsh, right? They are Welsh, aren't they? Was that them there? Can I have another look? Stereophonics. You know, I don't know if I've done... Look at that close set. Look at that square. Do you know what he looks like? He looks like them strongmen we've just looked at. That one reminds me of a little bit of... I want to say Howard Stern, but it's not Howard Stern. It's the other one from England. With the Geordie comedian. I can't remember his name. He's got square shoulders, hasn't he? Let's go back. And back again. We're looking for your Gates, Pritchard. I think there's only a few of them. Eddie Hall. And we're out of pictures. Matthew Pritchard walking. Come on, Pritch. No, his icon there. It's still in line now, look. It's not the picture I'm looking for. Look at the 5 head on that bad girl. The little buck teeth, look. The small dent holes. Do you know what? I did say that nipple was inverted, look. There's a massive scar there, I think. And they've used a tattoo to cover it up. This one's scarred as well, look, there. And there. FTMs. And again, look. Look at the arched eyebrows. The sharp A, wrinkly forehead. Let's go back. Let's go back. Matthew Pritchard. Look, I told you it looked like that strong man. Woman. You know what I mean? There's no Gates. You've got to be kidding me, Pritchard. Street. Well, I never. Let's go back. I don't think you're going to be there if I search you, Pritchard. I really don't. Matthew Pritchard. Search. Oh, it is there. Isn't that strange, lot? 24. What year? We're in 25. Yeah, it's only a year old. Maybe they don't delete them till after ghost them until after a year. I don't know. That one's there though. Matthew Pritchard with Gates. It didn't show me any of those Gates, lot. 1 in line, ski with legs, perfect tightrope walker, full mince twice. Matthew Pritchard, and I love it when they're bald because that female skull rocks straight into place. Look, the male eye should be higher, and that's the end of it. The skulls work perfectly when used by someone who's not a troll. I'd say 98, 99% positive proof when you see that. You can even go 100% if you're doing it yourself, but just, you know, the gate tells you everything you need. But if you don't have the gates, you have to go off skulls. That's why you have to learn skulls. This is why they're putting you off learning skulls. Where are we? Pritchard. He's already up there. I don't need to do him. Let's come back to class. Pritchard. Let's go after the next one. Lee Dainton. Very close set eyes. Remember, the Bible tells you that they will wink their eyes and stick out their tongues. It's not by chance that these celebrities do this or hold up the Hail Satan sign. Look how close set those eyes are. Look how rounded the eye sockets are. Small teeth. Look, reminds me of Owen Wilson. I'm seeing Owen Wilson. Oh, there's the gate for Pritchard, look. Ski with legs. There's Dayton in the background. Separation of the knees. It's a woman. Let's have a look at your boyfriend. He's got a big face, hasn't he, your boyfriend? There's the other one with Dayton mincing, look. Both of them are mincing there, look. Again, Dayton, Alien Satan. Is that them two having a boxing fight? I've seen more. Look at the Joey pouch, the muffin top. Woman. Lee Dayton. And there's Pancho. How small was Pancho? I didn't realise she was so small. Oh, she's tiny. I didn't know. Is that real? Is that CGI? Is that really the size of Pancho? Oh my gosh, she's a midget. I thought Danny DeVito was small. I can't believe how small Pancho is. Right, okay. Oh, you've got a bit of a 5 head. All right, let's go back. Again. Look, doing the Baphomet and the Hail Satan. Dan Joyce. That was the weirdest one out of a lot of them. That one was sick. That one used to make me chip. That one did things that just disgusted me. It did. Sanchez was way more harsh than Jackass. It comes with a warning if easily offended. There you go. Lee Dayton. It's a woman. Look at that egghead. Got eyes of Tony Tucker from the Essex Girls. No cheekbones, high set ears, male pattern baldness on a woman. Look at that widow's peak, fanned out, clinging on for dear life. Absolute egghead. No trachea look, no Adam's apple, pink lips. It's just draw a triangle. It's tiny. Look how small the face is. Remember, once you've learnt these two skulls, you will see that squashed down face. With the bellowing out 5 head, it creates that letter M that the males doesn't look. And there it is, look. There's your dial M for Masons. We're done. Lee Dayton is also a female. Let's just double check Twitter. Lee Dayton. Lee Dayton's still there. There's the gates I got for her. 2 full minces. And that's the picture I use, look. Look at that egghead. Look how that female skull just goes straight in, look. It fits like a glove. Like a glove. They want to tell you the skulls don't work. Trust me, once you've seen enough of these pictures, or you do it for yourself enough times, you don't need the skulls. Just like looking at that picture we just saw, could already see it was a woman. Just remember, they are the tribe of Dan. Escape from boredom. Skull and bones. Forensics. Why's Lee Dayton got that skull up there like that? All right. Let's go back. Lee Dayton is also a girl. Let's do Pancho. I can't believe how small she is. Michael Locke, otherwise known as Pancho. Images. Oh, there's no pictures. Look at the state of that little face. Look at what they did to her. They were horrible in this. Jackass has not got a patch on what they did to each other in Sanchez. There's your answer. Beautiful, soft female eyes, open eye sockets, look, tiny ears, absolutely no jawbone, no trachea, no neck, and I don't believe there's any gates for. Look at the size of her. Dial M for Masons in the hairline, look, you can't miss it. That's a belter of forehead you got there. They're everywhere. They are literally everywhere. They're in every town. Wherever there's a Masonic lodge, there's these people. I'm telling you now. Covens of them. Pancho's got no gates. Yeah, we ain't got no gates. But I can guarantee you now, just on the skeleton alone, she's a woman. But that picture there confirms she's a woman with the beautiful eyelashes. You don't get a Getty seal. Cupid's bow, deep filtrum. You don't get a Getty seal on your name unless you're in the club. She is tiny. She really is tiny. Tiny hands as well. Right, we're done. Pancho, can't find the gates, but it's a woman. Dan Joyce, I know there's no gates for this one. It's the only one I couldn't get. I think Pancho is in the back file. Dan Joyce, 2 first names. Soft eyes. Adam's raisin implant. High set ears. There's no trachea, look. There's an Adam's raisin implant, but there's no trachea to the neck. There was a nice picture where her eyes were close together. Where was it? That one. The egg-shaped face. Look. It looks like, whatchamacallit, from the Likely Lads. I can't remember her name, but that's who it reminds me of, from the Likely Lads. Don't tell me that tattoo. That's a tattoo. Oh my gosh. Do you know what? You'd have to be an idiot, wouldn't you? You'd have to be an absolute idiot if someone tattooed a crappy looking penis like that onto your arm. It's etched in my memory now forever that you've got that tattoo. But oh my God. Look at the 666 in the airline. That's a dude, isn't it? All day long. But once you see something like that, you can never ever unsee it, can you? Once you see a penis like tattooed on someone's arms like that, you'd never not be able to. Every time you saw something like that penis, you'd know you was looking at a penis, wouldn't you? Surely you would. NASA wouldn't be so childish as in 1969 to draw a great big cock and balls on their, what can only be described as their moon mission, their route and travel from Earth to the moon and back. If one of you nut jobs out there that believes in space and planets and stars could explain to me why NASA would draw a penis in their scientific approach to things, that'd be nice, okay? You free Masonic freaks. All right. And then, oh yeah, there's this one. Look at this. Look at the state of that one, look. It's a cock and it's balls, look. And that's the bell end up there, look. There's just, everywhere I look, I see peepees. Everywhere I look, I see peepees. Let's come back to class. Dan Joyce. There's no gates for this one, I know there ain't. He's the least famous. She's the least famous out of the Dirty Sanchez girls. Those two got everywhere. But the other two didn't really take off much. Yeah, there's no gates. There's your Dirty Sanchez done. Let's open up a new one. Let me cut out Dirty Sanchez. And we'll start doing some celebrities. There we go. Again. Dirty Sanchez. Dirty Sanchez. Dirty Sanchez. Yep, done. Right, create. Have I done Gary Oldman? It's on my mind. Son of Man. Gary Oldman. Oh, I've already done it. Dang it. Have I done Bruce Willis? I think I have, haven't I? I did Bruce with Demi, didn't I? Bruce Willis. Yep, done it. Oh, I know who I got asked for. Doris Day, didn't I? Doris Day. It's an old one, though. Making me do old ones. Yeah, there's no Doris Day. Right, let's add it. Doris Day. They will wink their eyes and stick out their tongues. Images. My, what square shoulders you have. My grandma, what a long neck you have. Is that Doris Day now? Oh, baby, Jesus, you've got some jowls, haven't you? What is he there? About 100. Doris Day. Do you know who it reminds me of? It reminds me of Princess Diana a bit. Such a wide face, look. It doesn't angle inwards. It's just a straight line down there with the widest underneath the eyes, look. Right there. Doris Day. Who's that? Oh, it's Cary Grant. 2 first names. I should have recognised that bumhole in the chin. There's a place to put Mama's spicy meatball there, isn't there? Big smile. Rectangle shaped eyes. Dun, 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 dun. Look at the egghead. Look at the square head. Widest in the cheekbones. Look at the long-faced FTM with the egg head. Clint Eastwood, as we call him. There's Doris Day. It's just a dude in a bikini. See, look at the Masonic checkered floor. They were perverting our nanas and granddads long before they got to us. They really were. I've got Doris Day. Back file. Oops. Doris Day. Come here. Doris Day. Searching. Doris Day, has he got any gates? That's the question. It's a long time ago. Is that him there? Oh, he was a beast. Look at the size of him. He reminds me of Florence and the Machine. Not facially, but just skeletally, you know. Yeah, he definitely had a lion smile, didn't he? Look. And when he got to his age, look, everything filled out with testosterone. Still had a big blockhead, like big square head. Grandad with low set ears, look. Ears in line with the teeth. Getty Images. Who was that? That wasn't Cary Grant, was it? No, I don't know who that is. Martin Melcher. 33 harder in Martin's name. Yeah, there's no gates. Doris Day. What's that back file saying? Oh, there is a Doris Day. I've definitely done it. I just like Ronald Reagan. Let's have a look. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, get off. Oh, my word. Mouse, please work. There you go. Where's that Doris Day? There it is. Do, 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 do. Doris Day. With 4 gates as well. There's the gates that I couldn't find. It is Ronald Reagan. It was Ronald Reagan. Yeah. Well, home. Doris Day. 'Too shy, shy. Hush, hush, eye to eye. Na, 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 na. Why is that not coming up? I did post it. Am I going daft here? Oh, that's why. Wait, let me edit out that one. Edit. Who's it? I've forgotten what I just did. Oh yeah, Doris Day. Doris Day. Double D, Dupe and Delight, 44 boys and girls in Shimantria. Create. There we go. Right, Doris Day up there. Bing, Bosch, search, backfile. Let me just double check this. Book Angel. Yeah, there's a problem with that, isn't there? Where is it? Book Angel. American educator, former pornographic film star. Yeah, I've got right. I've got to be careful with this one. 1 second. Right. Oh, Sean, those pictures, man. You got them daft skulls on it. Da, 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 da. There's my problem. Right, so Sean called out my teacher for this. Bevy is my teacher. Some FTMs, not all. Book Angel claims to be FTM, but Book Angel is a bio male who underwent bottom surgery. I have a post about Book somewhere. Firstly, I see an egghead. I see an arched eyebrow with no brow bone, coffee bean eyes, high set ears, a small face, no cheekbones. I see a big bat cave under the chin. I don't see a trachea. I see a Tesla chest. I see small scapula. That's a tiny shoulder there. Like that blade is tiny. And I just naturally see an egghead there. I really do, with a small triangle. I see open rounded eye sockets. I see a long top lip, lacking cheekbones, spreading outwards and bellowing at the top instead of the middle. Again, no trachea. I see V-shaped clavicles. Look how V'd they are there. People think, no, it's got long, flat. No, they're short. They're short. And they V here, opening. totally disagree with. Just looking at a skull, I totally disagree with my own teacher. I didn't realise. Well, I did. Well, I didn't realise she'd written it. I thought she just said it to you, Shawnee. That's the first time I've seen that. Again, I'm seeing a female face. Small featured woman. Coffee bean eyes. No gates though. Walking. Right, I'm going to have to take this one's face and make the meme. I've got the gates from Sean. Thank you, Sean. For finding the gates, Sean. Thank you. That's a bit small, but it's a good picture. I can just... Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just screenshot it. And then I can make it perfect. 50-50. 1 second. Let me just... Full screen rip. That's what I want. Yeah. Grab image. 50-50. There we go. Oh, where's that gone? Oh, you bitch. Oh, no, I totally lost it. How do I get that back? Dang it. Alright, 1 second. I've got to do it again. Dang it. Mouse. Wake. Let's try that again. Bring that picture in, and then from the... Oh my gosh, it's done it again. Oh, we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. And then let's make that smaller. That's better. A little bit smaller. 50-50. Right, now I'm happy with that. Let's take that picture. Save image. Book. Lovely. Right, I can't show you the meme because Sean's got risque pictures on it. What you like? I'll have to show you the gates tomorrow. I've got... What? Let me have a look again. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 gates from Sean proving that this is a woman. It is a female to male who's had bottom surgery, or whatever it is they have done there. I just don't care. But I've got gates for this person that show it's a woman. Arms angle away from the body lot. I've got 10 gates that prove this is a woman. So thank you for Shawnee for taking the time out to get this person's gates. I'll post the meme tomorrow. I'll make it. I don't want to make it now. I can't bother to make it now. I'll post it tomorrow and then show you the gates tomorrow for Book Angel. But it is an FTM. I see an FTM. Without the gate, I see an FTM. There you go. Let's get rid of that next. Book Angel. It's not even famous, you know. I've got to do famous people. Anna. Book Angel. Oh, did that go in? I didn't even go in. Book Angel. There we go. Oh, he's still not doing it. Right. Wind me on one last time. B. Book Angel. There we go. Okay. Right. Book Angel uploading. Book Angel's openly trans. Yeah, but they're still lying about it, aren't they? If that is... Oh, is it actually saying it's FTM? Oh, it's Bevy that's saying it's MTF. TM. The opposite. Double flip-flop. Or... Yeah, double flip-flop. All right, it's up there anyway. It's done. Right. I want famous people. Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, we can do Jake Gyllenhaal. That's the one from that. I can't remember what they call it. American Pie. Is it American Pie? Jake Gyllenhaal. Wide long face. There, soft eyes straight away. The pink lips, the cupid's bow, the deep philtrum, the high set ears, the spanning open hairline look. It's not widest in the cheeks, it's widest in the hairline look. Sloping jawline, pointed chin, Adam's raisin implant, no trachea look. It's got a big old apple, but no trachea. It's just impossible. Is that the boyfriend? Let's have a look at him. Well, it's neck o'clock, isn't it? Look at the difference in llama, 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 chameleon all day long. It looks like a llama. Someone's having a giraffe in this relationship, look. State of that dress. What is that meant to be? A pair of lips? Oh gosh, I bet it's not. I bet it's a bumhole and just painted it pink. Look at the size of that hand. We're done. Jake Gyllenhaal's husband wins on neck o'clock. In your pink salmon suit. When's the last time you wore a pink salmon suit, Peter? Never. Thanks, Marv. I ain't never wore a pink salmon suit. Let's come back. Jake Gyllenhaal. Put you in a backfire quickly, Jake. Search. And away it goes. Let's have a look at Jake McDormand. It's not who I'm looking for. Jake Paul Tyson. Still not the ones I'm looking for. Right. Gyllenhaal. FTM walked into a bar and a bartender said, wide a long face. Sloping jawline, pointed chin, no trachea. Not even Adam's pimple look. Deep philtrum, eye set ears, froggy looking eyes, widest in the hairline. That's an egghead. Final answer. Jake Gyllenhaal is a woman. Let's go after the gate. Walking. Dink. We got a broken leg. I ain't done Winston Churchill yet. Inline footfall. Shoulder tilt. Lent into the walk look. All the markers are there for a woman. Ski with leg. There's what we're looking for. Flossing. Put a towel between her hands. Look, she's in full mince with shoulder tilt. Full mince. No shoulder tilt. Full mince with shoulder tilt. Look. Ski whiff. Full mints. Perfect. Jake Gyllenhaal, backfire, what are you saying? Jake Bon Jovi, Jake Canuso, Jake Gyllenhaal, there it is. Let me just take that name. Copy. Go to there. Tweet. I said tweet. There we go. Jake Gyllenhaal, there. 4 full minces, or 5. Oh, there is 5. Jake Gyllenhaal, there you go. Tweet. Tweet, tweet. Next. That was fast, wasn't it? He sits in a treetop all the week long, rocking and a bopping and a singing this song. Where are we? Next. Hafthor Borgensen. The Mountain. I've covered this one now in bodybuilders, and I'm sure I have. I've already done this one. I can't remember what it was called though. Was it Muscle Man? I don't know. Paste. She's a big one. She is a big one. Rounded eye socket. Look at the rounded eye sockets. High set ears. Flat forehead, look. Not widest in the cheekbones. She's had a bit of a jaw extension. Look how, if she was wearing a bra strap, look, it would just fall off her shoulders, look. Because there's no bone there sticking up like on a man. She's a big girl, I give you that. But she's still a girl nonetheless. There she is. And she's got mastectomy scars. Let's find a close-up on that. No, where's the one I'm looking for? It is that picture, but it's a bigger version of it. Is that it? No, that's the same one. See more. I want to see more like that. Where is it? Look at the squashy little face. Arching eyebrow. Dial M for Masons. Small mouth, pink lips. He's had a jaw in. She's had a jaw implant. There's no trachea, look. No Adam's apple. Where's that picture where you can see a mastectomy scars really clearly? Have they taken it down? Oh, there you go. Right there. Mastectomy scar. And there's one there as well. Look. Dink. You're done. You're done right there. It's not muscle, look. It's a big woman. It's a meaty woman, look. Every time. It's a strong woman. A woman with muscles, not a man. I wonder how a real man would compete against these abominations. Right there. Broken leg. No man walks like this. Separation of knees. That's a woman. Hafthor Borgenson, son of man code, is a woman. That's a womb. That's not six pack. It's make believe. You're in the land of make believe. That's where you live. You really do. Copy that. Dupe. Paste. I don't know if that's what I've got him saved under. I don't know if that's the name I've got him saved under. No. And again, look at that mastectomy scar there and that one there. And then she had a load of tattoos to cover it up, look. So you can't see them. Backfire, what are you saying? Did you find him? Do you know what? I don't know if I've got him saved under that name. Has he got a different name? Right, walking. Let's get your gates. There's 3 of them. One with a dog, one in a subway, and one somewhere else. See, I can remember doing the picture. But that's a nice fail there. That's a beautiful fail right there. Separation of knees. There's a picture here. That's just off the cock. There. Is it that one? No, there's another one. No, there's another. There's nice separation of knees. Straight-legged man there, look. What is she? 7'2", isn't she? She's ridiculous. There's a nice one here as well. Where is it? Full mints. Ski whiff leg, look. Where's the full mints? Because I've got this one. Again, that picture I want's missing. What's the back file saying? Oh my gosh, I've not saved him under this name. He's got a different name, hasn't he? That's not the name I've saved him under. I have done him, but it's not that name that I've saved him under. Is that him there? Oh, game over. For Jared, I love your way. He got him again there from the rear. Full mint. I haven't got these pictures. I'm going to redo him. She can't walk straight if she's tried, look. The boyfriend can. Oh my gosh, it looks. You're walking with that friend that can't walk straight. What does that... That's like them telling you. That's like them telling you. You've got friends that don't walk straight. There's a better one than this. I don't know why it's not coming up. It's that one there, I think. And it's missing the bottom, look. I have got this person, but I don't know what name is under. Oh, that's really annoying me. There's a full mince in one of these pictures. I've got both flamingos. Where's that full mince that I've got on my picture? I've got this person done, but he's not showing up under the name Borgenson. Is he showing up under the mountain? No, he's not showing up under the mountain. I've saved him under a... He's got a different name. I know he has. Hang on, wait. What other name has he got? Hang on. Let's just see if we can find some more walking pictures. From Flamingo. From the rear, I've got that. From Flamingo. That's a nice inliner there. FTMs. I like that one as well, I guess. Ski with legs. Wonky titties. Look how squashed that face is. It's got a tiny mouth. Oh well, let's take these extra pictures. I'll make another one anyway. Save image. Go on, we'll take that one as well. I wonder what I've saved it under the name. I know it's not Haftor Borgenson, it's a different name. Where's the one with the dog in the subway as well? Street. Let's put street in. Hang on. Yeah. Street. Right in there. From Flamingo. There's the one I'm looking for. Not that one. I've just seen it though. It's right. Oh, where's that gone? Oh, you wind me up. Go back a picture. It's right there. Full mince with the dog. Look at this. That's dupe and delight right there. It really is. Now we're done. If you can't see, that's a woman walking. I can't help you. They drink testosterone to grow a beard and deepen the voices. Doctors remove the breasts, but they cannot change the hips. That's why this great big monster of a man, as you imagine, walks like a woman. It's that simple. Backfile, did you find that picture? No, you didn't. I have done this one because I've used that picture. I don't know what his name is. We'll just take the pictures we've got, save, and I'll make a new one. Right there. We're done. If I take a face shot quickly, let's get rid of that. And we have a single leg head. Is that him there? Arched eyebrows. Right, I just need your face. Wait, was that him as a kid? There. Is that him when he was a child? Here. I want a better face shot. Squashy face, oh squashy face. What are they feeding you? Where is he? He's not giving me a face. I just want one decent face. I like that one though. I like that one more. It's a bit big though. We got something right in between that. There. Oh, look at that woman looking back at you. Look how small the shoulders are. Where's all the muscle gone now? Why have you not got big clavicles? Why can I not put Mama Spicy Meatball in there? All these questions can be answered by using forensics. Hafthor Borgensen. Let me take that name. Copy. Fails forensics. Let's get rid of that. Put that one up. And then bang this one into video. Paste. She's a big old girl. Borgen son of man code. Son. There we go. Create. Let's do another one. Octomom. Is that the one that had 8 kids? Octodad. Ow! Bless me! Musical artist? Since when? He's got a big face, hasn't he? Look at them cheekbones. Reminds me of you, Roberto. Where are we? Images. Apparently, he had 8 kids. There it is. That moon bump looks disgusting. 8 babies inside a man. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Straight legs, knees together, space between his feet. There. Straight legs, knees together. Another one, look, straight legs, knees together. There, game over. Any arguments? Any questions? Knee and foot looking straight forward at 6 o'clock. Straight hanging legs, knees together, space between the big feet. Octo Dad. Not Octo Man, there's another one. Right there. Let me check my back file. I know I've done him, but it was a long time ago. It might not even have Octo Mon. It might not even have skulls. Where it goes. You can't undo it. Once you can see it, it cannot be undone. Again. Straight legs, knees together. Hello, wildlife and fisheries. And again, one more. That's it. We're done, right? Straight legs, knees together, space between his. It's a man all day long till the cows come home. Let's go back to that one. He's got a big square head, look. Deep set eyes, short forehead, wide ass cheekbones, large mouth, square jaw. It's not a mom, that's a dad. On the skull alone, it's a dad. But they pull this off somehow. They do look alike. Look at those 2 man faces. No, don't tell me that's Dad. Is that Dad? It looks like Kajagoogoo, Kamal, Kajal, I don't know what you call him. Look at that triangle shape there. Absolutely chicken neck. Turkey neck all day long. Final answer. That's an FTM, and that big old dirty-eyed beast there is a bloke. And there you go, look. There's your old Baffo sign. They love to show you the Baffo sign. They love to show you what they are. And there, right there. Straight legs, knees together, and a full dirty mince. Feet pointing outwards. He's got a big neck. He's got a nice Adam's apple in the background, hasn't he? We're done. Look at the skeletal difference. FTM, MTF. That dude bore no children ever. Backfile. Octomom. Oh, it's not coming up. Let me just put Octo in. Search. Brr, 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 brr. Brr, 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 brr. He looks like one, Anna Souza. If I was a young warthog. He's got a face like a pit bull looking piss off a nettle. He has, I'm telling you now. Come on, Octo. Oh, it's gone and searched Octomom again. I just deleted that. Search Octo. Away it goes. I think I'm going to have to grab these gates. I'm just going to grab them in case. I don't want that one. I don't want that one. Oh, I could use that as your face though. Let's take that as your main face. I want a bigger version of it. Closer to 50-50. That's probably going to be the best one I've seen. Save image. I want them skulls just to slot in. That's what you want. The picture has to be in that same ratio. Bink. Now let's get the rest of your gates. Too shy. Your shoulders are too wide. Is that it? I think that's it. We don't need any more. Yeah, I don't need any more. Octodad, right there. Thanks for playing CSI with me. I have done him, but I don't think the meme's very good. If it could find it. Octomom. Create. Away it goes. Let's have another one. Kate Gosling. Who's Kate Gosling? Yeah. A TV personality. That's not famous. Anna Souza. And I mean, Annabelle. She appeared in American Reality. John and Kate. John and Kate. Why does that name ring a bell? +8. John and Kate +8. Oh, I've done these. I've already done this one. I know I have. Look at that squashy face. The lion smile, the big eyes. Yeah, that's just a bloke in makeup. Straight up, look at that trachea. Broad shoulders. They didn't even give him boobs, did they? Oh, they added some there. Kate and L, whoever that is. Kate Gosling. Ugly divorce from John Gosling. Strange looking couples, aren't they? What was that? Stop the bus. You caught my attention. Oh my gosh. You got a big neck. Has he got throat cancer? What's wrong with him? They're all dudes playing makeup and dress up. Oh, it's so messed up, innit? Look how messed up it is. Right, Kate Gosselin. Look at those kneecaps. I can just see a demon face popping out from under her. Game over. Right there, game over. Straight legs, knees together, space between his feet. That is not a full mince. There you go. Are the elbows in and down or out and up? And the in and down look. In and down. Kate Gosselin. 1, 2. Jared, I love your work. 3, 4. And one more puts you in the crapper. 5, we'll have that. Straight legs, knees together. It's a man. Final answer. Kate Gosselin fails forensics. Save image. Let's go back. Save image. Na 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 na. Na na na. Right, we just need your face, Kate, or should I call you Ken? You look like a Ken. That looks about 50-50, doesn't it? It's not far off. We'll take that one. Kate Gosselin fails forensics. Take your name. Copper. KG 77. Copy. Get rid. Open that. Cut it out. Kate Gosselin. Paste. Paste. There we go. Kate Gosselin. Create. Let's come back. Oh, actually, I want another name. Where were we? Hello, Edmilson. Where's the names gone? I've just lost them all. Goodbye. Winston Churchill. Go on then, let's do Winston Churchill. Why not? Winston. Winston! Winston. It's proper Rasta name, isn't it? Winston Churchill. Oh, look. They love to tell you what... They love to tell you what they are, look. They just can't help it, can they, look? Look at that squashy little face. Everybody sings Churchill's praises, England. They really do. He saved us from the war. He was the greatest Prime Minister. It's all bollocks. There was no war. She caused this war, if there was a war. And if anybody died, this is the person that you blame for all of deaths in World War II. If there were any. I wasn't there. I don't know. All right, let's go back to the top. I did cut that last one out, didn't I? 1 second. The videos. Let me see. Kate Gosselin, yeah. Right, up to date. Let's come over here. Oh, sorry. Let me bring you lot back so I can see you. There we go. Right, okay. We're looking at... whatchamacallit? Winston Churchill. It's a 33, yes. WC, 33. W10 sideways is 3. C is 1, 2, 3 in the alphabet. But they love to put up the dated Debaffo sign. Give him a cigar. You know what he looks like there to me? It reminds me of... Da, 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 da. Oh, you've just written Debbie Webby. You read my mind. Get out my head, you witch. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Alfred Hitchcock. That's exactly what I was seeing there. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Right. Let's go after Winston Churchill. And it does look like Alfred Hitchcock. It reminds me of Satan Oakley as well. I can see Mark Sargent a bit there. Is that you, Sarge? Churchill as a young girl. Look at those kissable lips, deep philtrum, soft eyes, open eye sockets. Look, no brow bone whatsoever. High set ears, a rounded jawbone. It's a girl on testosterone. It's a girls on tea. Girls on tea. We got a Getty Seal telling you it's a grandma. There's Winston. Game over. Thanks for playing CSI with us all, you fat bitch. It's true. All your prime ministers, all your presidents, they've always been rich women. Look at that footfall. Tiny shoe, look. Tiny shoe. There's another little woman here stood between whoever they are. Broken leg, foot and knee swinging outwards, look. Look at the state of that mincer. If you go where people know, putting on the Ritz, Rockefellers walk with sticks, where Rockefellers walk with sticks. Look at the size of that jawbone there. Look at that. It could sink the Bismarck. Stair fail, game over. No man comes down the stairs swinging the legs open like that and around. No, 1000% stair fail, game over. And there, Winston Churchill doing exactly the same. I thought that was Churchill. Churchill's in the other top hat. Doing exactly the same though. Stair fail. And again, Winston Churchill in full mince. I don't know who that is. But they're all minces, look. Rockefellers walk with sticks. Explain to me why all the roads are made of mud in World War II. Why is that? Are they not covered up? Oh my God. Look at the state of these mincers with the broken legs. Lurch in the background, look. Da-da-da-da. 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 Mark Sargent is Churchill. Shut up. No, he doesn't say that. He doesn't say that, does he? Does he really say that Mark Sargent is Churchill? You're winding me up, aren't you? You're playing me. Right, okay. We're done. Winston Churchill with a 5 head. What is going on, look? Someone explain to me how all these men go bald in the 20s. I'm 52 and I've got an head of hair like a lion. I want to shave it off so bad. I really do. I want my short hair back. But I've had this long hair for 5 years. And I'm like, you'll never grow it again, Peter. I swear, I'm anxious. I'm stuck between a rock and an hard place. Screw you, Raish. I'm going to get it cut. I am. I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to have short hair again. We're done. Churchill's a woman. Back file. Churchill. Oh, I have got Octomum. I knew I had. Let's put Octomum back up there as well. I don't need to use those pictures I saved. Where am I? Octomum there. I'd already done him. I knew I had. Octomum. They're all the same gates as well. Look. Next. Oh yeah, Churchill. Back file. Winston Churchill. Winston! Churchill. Clementine Churchill. Who's that? Is that Churchill's wife? He's got a big head, hasn't he? Clementine. Winston. Let's put you both up there. Yeah. Have we not got a better Churchill than that? Really? Oh, I guess I don't really need it when I've got the wife. Yeah, it's alright, yeah. It's fine. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Why is my computer lagging? Now the back file's totally lagged up. Oh, that's why. It was finished. Right, Winston Churchill. Winston. That skull went straight in there. Look how wide she is in the hairline. Winston Churchill and her melon-headed husband. Post Winston Churchill and his melon-headed husband, apparently. Right, let's put that one up there. Let's cut that one out. Winston Churchill fails forensics. Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill. WC33, just like a toilet. WCs. We're done. Let's pick another one out. Where am I? Winston Churchill, done that one. Mickey Rourke. Have I done Mickey Rourke? Did you check? Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke. No, I haven't. Go on then, let's do Mickey. Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Mickey Rourke. That's the one. Ex-professional boxer, apparently. Right, let's have you. Let me put Rourke in the back file quickly. Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke. Search. Whilst it searches, we'll go after the original Mickey. Oh my gosh, look at that chin. Look at that diamond shape, that triangle shape there, look. It's a woman. There's absolutely no jawbone, no trachea, no Adam's apple, close set eyes, no brow bone, arching brow, and no cheekbones. She got big ears for a girl, though, I'll give you that. But that is a girl, nonetheless. People are like, they've been changed. It's not the same person. It is the same person. They just look different because they're under years' worth of surgery and chemicals. It absolutely wrecks the body. When they're young, they pass. They do. The amount of... He looks like Don Johnson there. The amount of people that tell me that it's not the same person. Yes, it is. It's just had 70 years of surgery and hormone replacement. It's abused the wrong hormones all its life. It messes them up. Sends them bald. Women don't go bald in the real world. I never look at any woman and think, you're as bald as a coot, love. Women always have lovely heads of hair. Real women. Natural girls I'm talking about. Right? Mickey is a girl. A biological girl. But she's not a natural girl. That's not natural for a girl, is it? I'll take a natural woman every day of the week. When Andrew Tate said, if you knew Hulk Hogan was a woman and you knew Megan Fox was a man with an inverted penis, who would you sleep with? You know you're going... It's like brainwashing all the men. You know you're going with Megan Fox. And when he knows that Megan Fox is a man and he knows that he's a woman and he knows that Hulk Hogan's a woman. It's called duping delight. They goad people all the time. Egghead, close set eyes. He looks like Mel Gibson a bit there. It's that Burger King face, isn't it? Can't grow a moustache or a goatee beard. And there she is, look. Nana. How small is that triangle? Draw a triangle. In your mind, draw a triangle. Look how close together the eyes are. Mickey Rourke. What a state that is. Real. Where's that one? There. This one. In the jeans. Not that one, though. Where's the one with the leather pants? Where's the one where you make state of that gait? Knees separated. There it is. They look like that. They look like Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller in that movie. Zoolander. They look like Zoolander. Look at those hips. Nanas. Know your... Bearing in mind, these two are what? 70 years old here. Talk about women behaving badly. 70 years old, you're still dressing in leather hot pants, mate. Tight jeans, Mickey. Nana, grow old gracefully. Stop dyeing your ears, ladies. Grow old gracefully. Show your wisdom. And there she is, look, doing the old baffo. They don't care which way around it is. They don't care which way around they are. Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke walking. Let's have a look. Oh, we're game over. Game over. Arms akimbo. Full mince. It's a bitch. Reminds me of Kiefer Sutherland a bit there. Again, full mince. Look at that shoulder tilt. Both of them. And again, right there, look. There's your shoulder tilt. Someone would say, but he's got straight legs. No, his knees are separated. Crossing out. Look at the size of them. Chicken Nom Nom's ass. Oh, Mickey Rourke's a girl. Final answer. Getty Seal. Inline footfall. Arms akimbo. She's flossing. And again, look at the inline. There's a straight-legged man, look. Knees together, space between his feet, look. Straight up and down there, but not here, look. I've got a diamond showing. Look at the foot breaking at the back. Looks like the ankle's cobbled over, look. But it's not. That's the natural way for a woman to walk. And again, final answer. Mickey Rourke is a girl. And all of his boyfriends have got bigger necks than him, look. Oh, we're done. Look at the state of this. Mincing. Look at the size of that honey monster right there. He stands head and shoulders above them both, look. You've got to be blind not to see it. Right, we're done. Mickey Rourke's a bitch. Pancho, when's the last time you walked around with Marlo in a little fuzzy handbag like that? Never! That's right, because me and Marlo are blokes. I'm done. Mickey Rourke's a girl. Thanks for playing CSI with me. Let's open up a new one. Oh, yeah, let's put Mickey Rourke back on the list. Shut up! Mickey Rourke's in there. You're lying. I've spelt Mickey wrong. I better put an E in it. 1 second. Let me get rid of Mickey and let's search for Rourke. I know I've done it. Let's come back up this list. Grab some names. Where were we? We was past that. I've gone way too far. Way too far. There we go. Kate Gosselin. Book is open. Yep. We read that one. Mickey Rourke. There's Mickey Rourke. Who's next? David Attenborough. Yeah, why not? David Attenborough. Back to Rourke. Should have found him this time, right? Under the Rourke. Stop it. Oh, this mouse. Why does everything have to break? There we go. Shut up. I've done Mickey. Don't wind me up, computer. There it is. I knew I'd done it. Actually, let's take them all. Let's take all three of them. Mickey Rourke. Tweet. Right, now we've got him. Right, let's go back. David Attenborough. Let's put you in the back file. David That should find it. Let's close that window. There we go. Let's continue. Does anyone here watch Jay Dreamer? Yeah, Tim, it's an FTM. Jay used to come in and say hello, even when I was doing this. But again, none of them want to mention this subject. They all talk about anything but this subject. Because then you start using it against them, right? The ones that are telling us these lies, the ones that are leading, we are the opposition and we're being led. Well, I say we, the majority of the truth community is still being led by these people without thinking for themselves. You know, God gave you the breath of life. He gave you the ability to think for yourself. When I sit here and I'm talking to myself, I am talking to myself. My own, what is it? In a monologue, in a dialogue, I don't know what you call it. My own voice, when I'm listening and I'm arguing with myself over stuff, because that's what I'm doing, I always win. When I find the truth, I always win. If you allow the flat earth community or the trans teachers to lead the way you're thinking, this includes me, I'm not doing my job properly. I'm here just to teach you and show you so that you can teach and show. Show them that it's all a lie. Once you can show them this, you can show them the flat earth. Honestly, you can. I can't wait for my next on a video. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to bring someone around to the flat earth once you've shown them the liars. It is very easy to do so. You remember, the older the person is, the more brainwashed they are. So it's easier for me to meet a young group of lads or lasses and show them the truth, and they see it instantly. There's a kid who lives up the road. He's a Ratio's school friend, and grew up with him. And I bumped into him and his girlfriend in the woods, and I showed. Brandon already knew a bit about it because of hanging with Raish. But when he sat and looked at the book, even though Brandon's watched the videos, he might even be watching now, Brandon repeated and taught people around him. And when people see me in my poncho, young people, they say, "Are you the guy with the book?" Yeah, I am. I am the one with the book. Show me the book. And it'll grow more and more. The more people I've taught, the more people recognise me when I'm out walking about. They say, "Oh, my mate's here." Like the other day, Reese and Charlie and the other ones from 3 weeks ago stopped me in a different park with a different friend and said, "Show him the book." And I showed another. It's easier to show young people this book and this information than it is the older ones, because it's harder for them to accept that the whole life has been a lie, not just 20 years. When I discovered the truth, it was 12 years ago. I was 40 years old when I discovered that I wasn't spinning and God existed. So I spent 40 years of my life wasted. And they were wasted. Well, I say wasted. They weren't used to the full potential. The way I think now. The way I think now and the way I act now. It's more heavenly. I'm more kind. I'm more gracious. I'm more polite. I try not to swear in case people are easily offended. But I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, Pete. I know I'm not. I wish I was. Then I'd be going straight into heaven without judgment. That'd be nice. I bet there's very few people apart from Jesus who have gone straight into heaven without judgment. God is my guiding light in all of this. It really is. And as long as I've got a will to live and a breath in my lungs, I'm going to teach people the truth. I'm going to teach them the difference in male and females. And the reason this difference exists is because God created us in his image. In his image. God creates us in his image. Male and female created he them. That's why it's so important. I don't care about flat earth. I don't care about mud floods. I don't care about fake medicines. I don't care about drinking piss. I don't care about the Bigfoot, the UFOs, the Project Bluebeam, the cloning. I don't care about none of it. I don't know how many times I have to state this. This is the biggest rabbit hole of them all. Why? Because once you can do this for yourself, you can apply it to the flat earth and the truthers. You can apply it to the mud flooders and the truthers. And I'm telling you now, they all fail the tests. Sometimes I feel like I'm one of the only biological men out here. I really do. It drives me mad. It does. I know not every biological man and woman wants to make a channel and sit online every night teaching people. I get it. God gave me this space to do it. He gave me a brain to think for myself. He gave me the patience to sit and do it, to put up with everything that's happened, including having my son kidnapped. I know at the end of this, I get eternity with Horatio. I get eternity with Jesus and God and the family I love, if they make it. You see, my mum and dad and everyone before this, they don't know anything about this. They can be forgiven. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they did. But because I know, and the people in my lifetime that I've told know, I think it's going to be a different set of parameters for them and us, because we know. We know the truth. And it's all because of God. They've done it all because of God. People ask me, why did they do this? How did he have birth? Oh my gosh. Please, just look up. FTM, pregnant. It's that simple. You've got the greatest search tool in the world. And all you got to do is put in, how do FTMs get pregnant? How do they have babies? And there's your answer. That's how they have babies. 2 women with a baby. A man and a woman with a baby. A woman with a baby. Look at that S-curve. You've got the greatest tool in the world at your fingertips and you don't use it. God must be shaking his head at what's happening on earth. Honestly, he must be looking down thinking, what are you doing to children? You know I exist. You know I'm going to punish you. To those that have done this to children, you know he exists. You hail Satan instead of God. You know the greatest creator in the world who created everything exists, but yet you ignore him. You deny him. That's blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, surely. That you know that God exists, but you refuse to acknowledge him. You acknowledge the devil. The animals went on 2 by 2. The elephant, the giraffe, and the kangaroo. This includes me and you. Anybody trying to tell you that there are more than 2 skeletons in this world are lying. There's male and female. There are regional variations. Yes, I agree. The African female does have slightly wider facial features than the Asian female because she's smaller, and the European one. It's a regional variation, but when you bring her down to the African male still got those big square eyeballs, look, with the brow ridge just rutting out there, look, you can see it, but it's missing on the woman. Earhead bellows outwards, look. His goes straight inwards like mine does. This is the same across the board. And you can take these skulls and apply them to those skulls. Me and Sean did this a long time ago. There were 2 skeletons in this world, male and female. Forensics works on the base principle that there were 2 skeletons in this world. If there were more than 2 skeletons, forensics wouldn't work, would it? Images. David Attenborough, I'm back. Where did I go? I went off ranting. What triggered me? I don't know what triggered me, but there you go. David Attenborough, let's have you. Backfire, what are you saying? You must have found him. There he is, David Attenborough. Right, let's have you. We're looking at images of David Attenborough. And Richard Attenborough, of course, the other one. The one from Jurassic Park. She's a much shorter woman, isn't she? They've both got close set eyes. 5 head. It reminds me a little bit of I'm thinking David Bowie. It's not David Bowie. It's someone like that though. I just can't place it. Arched eyebrows, the close set eyes, no cheekbones. She's got big ears for a girl, and no neck. I don't see a trachea or an Adam's apple. Look, I just see like a gullet. Is that the Seven Sisters? That's where Raish was. Ain't that straight? Oh, she looks like a grandma there, doesn't she? Oh my gosh, she does. She looks like a proper grandma. Raish was here. This is where Raish said he saw the Milky Way from, in England, looking up towards the south, towards Portugal and Spain. Looking that way from the Seven Sisters, he saw the Milky Way. Like I said, I'm 200 miles north of him. I can't see it. I never see it. I've never seen the Milky Way. Ever, ever, ever. I've been down south. I wish I'd known I could see it from down south. I'd have looked for it. Also, one of my ex-girlfriends, who don't believe the world's flat, thinks I'm crazy, had a picture taken jumping on the edge of this cliff here with the camera looking that way. So all you could see was horizon. And for her last birthday, when I was on Facebook, I put a big spirit level on it. It's her own picture with her jumping in the air, but I put a spirit level across the sea just to show her that 500 miles worth of water is flat. And still they don't acknowledge the truth. They just don't care. And it breaks my heart. It truly does, that my ex-girlfriends don't care. My best friends don't care. My brother don't care. It breaks my heart, it really does. But there's nothing I can do, right? They chose a side of the fence to sit on. I take no part in the works of darkness, which is what they're doing. Because they don't care, they're taking parts in the works of darkness. They're getting themselves hot-shotted and all the rest of it so that they can go on holiday. Imagine that. Imagine having a hot shot just so you could go on holiday. What an idiot. Or idiots, should I say. Neighbours turning on neighbours, grassing each other up to the police because you didn't have an hot shot. This one's not had an hot shot. Well, there's nothing we can do about it. That's right. You got to prove to me that no virus has ever been secured, identified and selected. Never. They cannot identify one. They say they exist. It's a theory. Just like the world spinning's a theory. Just like you descending from monkeys is a theory. And I used to love David Attenborough. I swear I really used to love watching nature, especially the blue planets. I've watched, since the age of 7, my dad got me into nature. Me and my dad used to sit and watch nature all the time. And we loved David Attenborough. The pair of us could sit and watch Attenborough all the time. And now, as soon as I hear it start talking, because it's a liar, we live on a big blue marble. 72% of the globe is water. And then they show you this big spinning ball, and I think, you lying bitch, you brainwashing twat, you deceiving children, because I was deceived by her from a young age into all of this. They all influence us. That's what you got to understand. It's not just influencers on the internet. They've influenced us from the day we got here, through TV, through radio, through stories, through magazines, and especially the education system. They have destroyed mankind's ability to think for themselves. Close set, rounded eyes, flat forehead, no cheekbones, triangle-shaped bottom face. We're done. That's a woman, a fat old woman, walking. David Attenborough, we're done. David Attenborough's a girl, given away by the way she walks. She looks like Neil Armstrong there. Inline footfall with a cane. Where Rockefellers walk with sticks. Where Rockefellers walk with sticks. Putting on the Ritz. The Rockefellers have no rocks. Do you get it? They've got no rocks. No testicles. No cojones. There. Full mince again. And she's flossing. Who's that? I don't know, but she's mincing as well. Big tall one. David Attenborough's a girl. One after the other. Failing forensics. There's your answer. David Attenborough. 99 years old. Look how old they live to. 99. I don't know someone at all. I don't know a single person that has lived to 99 years old. Everybody I know from a young age has died in their 70s. I can't think of one of my family members. My mum was 73, I think. My dad was 67. My nana was 67. My auntie was 50. My uncle was 50. My best friend was 47. One of the most wonderful women I've ever met in my life. I loved her to bits. She was like my second mum. She looked after me from foster care. And they gave her cancer. And she took the treatment. Destroyed her immune system. Because someone told her, it's the best thing for you. Take the chemo and we're going to destroy your immune system, but it'll kill the cancer. They didn't tell her about CBD oils and distilled water and a neutral stomach indigestion, pH of 7 instead of an acidic one. They didn't give her a parasite cleanse, which causes all of this, and they know it does. All the things that are normal remedies and cures would have been used hundreds of years ago are no longer used because they can't make any money out of it. We've got this different cure, but it's only got a 47% pass rate. Well, that's not a cure then, is it? It's a gamble. David Attenborough, final answer. That's a bitch. I put myself in a bad mood now, I have. David Attenborough. David Attenborough. Putting on the Ritz. Right, we're done. Shut that window down. Let's grab me another one out the back file. Where are we? David Attenborough. Right, there we go. The Jonas Brothers. I don't know who the Jonas Brothers are. Son of Man. Lucy Connolly. I've done Lucy Connolly the other day. Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom. That's a good request. He's in the news all the time right now, isn't he? Gavin Newsom. Let's have you. Gavin Newsom. Yeah, that's the one. Let's take the name. I think I've already done it. I'll check it though in the back file. Make sure I have got it. Before we go anywhere, paste. Away it goes. Gavin Newsom searching. FTM face straight away. Look. Open that bloody picture, mouse. Rounded, open eye sockets, look, with an arched eyebrow, widest in the hairline, sharp A forehead, high set ears, small dentures. Look at the sloping, rounded jaw and chin line, pointed chin. No trachea, no Adam's apple. It's an egghead. It's an egghead. It reminds me a little bit, I want to say Geert Wilders. It's the haircut that I'm seeing Geert Wilders. It's not the same facially as Geert Wilders, that's for sure. It's an FTM though. Gavin Newsom, close set eyes, high set ears, small dentures, sloping rounded jawbone and chin, back cave, no trachea. Gates, walking. Newsom, walking. Search. We're done. Right there, female. Yeah, I've done this one. I remember that picture. There's another one. Full mince. Oh, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger full mincing. Mincing. Is that Trump with ski whiffs? It is. Newsom and Melania. Melania. They love to put it in the names, don't they? Gavin Newsom, full mince. Look at that inline footfall. What's going on with your feet there as well? Gavin Newsom again, full mince on the Great Wall of China. Double mincing. Look at that bodyguard, leant forward, look. Look how she's leant forward. Flossing as well, look. Put a towel between her hands. Gavin Newsom. There's a woman and there's a man. Is that Candace? I don't know who that is. But straight legs, knees together. Look at the size of that. Hello. Wildlife and fisheries. All day long. Hello, Johnny Humour. How you doing, mate? Hello, Captain Wonderful. Anybody who's just joined me? How you doing, guys? We're looking at Gavin Newsom. I can't remember. California, right? Is it California? I wish they all could be Californian girls. They're all girls. And again, Gavin Newsom, full mince. Final answer. I'll tell you what. Is that meant to be a man? Because I've got no breast, but I've got these pear-shaped hips and these narrow shoulders, arms akimbo. Same there. These strange pear-shaped looking men. Ooh, sweetie. Right, let's have a look in the back file. Gavin Newsom must be there, surely. Back file. There she is. Gavin Newsom. Paste. Done. Gavin Newsom is biologically female. Let's cut that one out. Add it to the list. Paste. Gavin Newsom. Create. Right, let's go back up that list. Who we got next? Richard M. Stallman. That's not anybody famous. If it was someone famous, I'll think about it. Richard M. Stallman. I'll have a look, but I'm not making a video. It's not someone famous. Richard M. Stallman. Son of Man Code. Software programmer. Oh, we're done. We are so done. Never trust a man whose eyes are too. It's a woman. Final answer. Final answer. I don't need a gate. Don't need anything. That's a woman. Final answer. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. Egghead. Widest in the hairline. No cheekbones. Rounded jawbone. No neck look. No. Look at the size of these arms. They've got to be the shortest arms I've ever seen in my life. Has he got any upper arms? Does his arm start at the elbow? Why is he trying to pretend to be Jesus? Why are you putting a halo behind your head, you prick? Oh, it's a hat. He's trying to create an halo behind his head. Airhead. Final answer, it's a woman. It's no one famous. Walking. Yeah, there's no gates. We're done. Next. I want famous people. Winston Churchill. Yeah, we've done that one. Gavin Newsom, done that one. Doom McGregor. What? Conor McGregor? Look, just go, please. Search. Poncho Pete, Son of Man. Conor. Was it double N? Conor McGregor. It's done. 3 weeks ago. Learn to search. Where are we? Next. Gavin Newsom. Richard M. Stallman. Ray Charles. Damn, we done Ray Charles. I swear down I've done Ray Charles. Not blind. Back file again. Come here. Or was it Stevie Wonder we did? I could have sworn I did them both. Didn't I do them both? Ray Charles, 2 first names. Oh, maybe I haven't done. It must have been Stevie Wonder then. Right, Ray Charles. Let's have you. 2 first names. Ray Charles. Let's have that one. Ray Charles. Images. Oh, well, let me put you in the back file. I know you've done it. I've done you. I don't think there's many gates for this one though. Ray Charles. Search. Whilst that looks in the back file, we'll go after the hot mama. She reminds me of Snoop Doggy Dogg face and style. It's height. She was a tall girl. He's a little stocky fella, that one on the end, isn't he? Little midget. He looks like Pancho off Dirty Sanchez. Ray Charles. I don't think there's many gates. I don't think there's any gates, actually, for this one. There was for Stevie Wonder, but not on Ray Charles. Facially, let's do a skull check. Is the one without the glasses? I don't think there is there? We'll start. We might as well do it from there. Look, widest in the hairline. Dial M for Masons is very slight, but it's there. Flat forehead. I know the eyes are close set. The ears are high set. She's got a beautiful pink mouth and subcutaneous layers of fat with no neck, no trachea, no Adam's apple on Ray Charles. I don't think there's any gates for him. Walking. Oh, look at that cake. Look at that shoulder tilt. That's a mince. I know it is. But the coat's covering it. That's not fair. He's doing Michael Jackson before Michael Jackson did Michael Jackson. Because this is Thriller. Thriller night. He's doing Thriller look. Before Thriller was even a thing. Predicting the future, Ray Charles. Yeah, there's no gates for Ray Charles. Let me bring him up to this one. Tweet. I have got Ray Charles, haven't I? Where is it? There it is. Oh, I have got gates. How did I find those gates? Don't ask me, but I got them. Un, deux, trois, quatre. 4 of them. Ray Charles. Well, I was expecting just a skull check. What a wonderful world. There you go. You can see that... Ray Charles is a woman. Did I show you the gates? You did see the gates then, didn't you? Did you see the gates? I'll show you again. Oh, there's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, there is 4. I thought it was a 5th. It's a bloke, though. Never mind. Let's close that window. Ray Charles fails forensics. Even though I couldn't find those 4 gates, look. They're not anywhere. We're done anyway. Ray Charles fails forensics. Thanks for playing CSI. Let's put another one up there. Ray Charles. Wait, is that in the right slot? That's better. Ray Charles. Create. Done. Next. Who's next on that list? Ray Charles. Let's have a look. Ray Charles. Ray Charles. Who's next? Anthony Kiedis. I don't know the name. Nelson Mandela, that's a good one. Let's do Nelson. Nelson Mandela, son of man code, in the right order. It's very rare you get son of man. Usually it's man's son, like Charles Manson, Marilyn Manson. It's very rare you see son of man in the right order. They don't like it in the right order. Son of man. What was he doing? Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela. There she is. Old chubby chops. Right. I've got Nelson anyway. I know I have. Let's have a look in the back file. It might be an old one though. It might want an update. Let's have a look. Nelson. That'll do. Nelson will find it. Away she goes. So, they call it the Mandela effect. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on the man. Let's let's do the Mandela effect, right? Before I do Mandela, let's absolutely tear Mandela effect. I can't remember what Dela means. Something in Russian. What is it? I can't remember. Man-made. Man-made effect. That's what Mandela means. Man-made. Man-made effect in Russian. Mandela effect. Effect. So, who's that little dwarf? Who's that little dwarf? What's his name? Brian Staveley. That's the one. Brian Staveley. I've got Brian Staveley in a back file. I think I have. Have a look. That's right. There's Nelson. I've got 2 good Nelsons. That's all right. Let me open up another one. H's file. Search Brian Staveley. Should find it. Brian S. Not Cryan. Brian. That should find it. All right, little porg. So, the Mandela effect. What is the Mandela effect? Well, when I first heard about it, it kind of did rock my world. Right? Luke, I am your father. That's not what he says. It's just... If you go watch the film Tommy Boy, remember, the brainwashing is strong in this one. Tommy Boy, Luke, I am your father. Why would it say that? Bearing in mind, this film's from the 90s. Right? From the 90s.
Luke, I am your father.
Right, now, why would you remember that as that? Because they keep saying it. You're not paying attention to the movie, right? When you watched it, you was too busy in awe at Star Wars. You weren't paying attention. And then for years afterwards, they've been putting clips like that in movies, in comedy, in clips on TV shows. Luke, I am your father. So when it comes to you remembering what Luke, Darth Vader said to Luke, the first thing you're going to say is...
Luke, I am your father.
That's what you're going to say. Because they programmed it into you. So, the Mandela effect is when you remember something wrong. Social phenomenon where large groups of people share the same memory. Now, this is a quandary for me. I remember, clear as day, Nelson Mandela dying in prison. I remember my dad holding the newspaper and saying Nelson Mandela's dead, looking at the TV, holding the paper and saying, no, I don't even know who Nelson Mandela was. Why would I even care? And then they released him 20 years later and he's still alive. And I have this effect where I was shown and told by my father he's dead. And then 20 years later when they released him, I'm like, I thought he was dead. And it's the same thing. Was we pre-programmed to say Nelson Mandela died in prison? That's what the Mandela effect is, right? So, here's a few examples of it. Originally, the Monopoly man had a monocle. Who gives a fucking rat's ass? Who cares? I couldn't care any less. Originally, it was called Looney Tunes. And now it's called Looney Tunes. Who cares? They swapped it without telling you. Or you didn't notice when they did. Like when they swapped the Aldi sign or the Ford logo. Mandela effect. Ford. Look. Ford. This is the effect. Originally, it had this little bow on the Ford. And it was written more graciously. Oh, it's the same. It's just a bow. Originally it had the bow and now it doesn't. And people are like, I remember it had a bow. Yeah, I do, but they changed it and we weren't aware of it changing. That's all it is. I don't care what you say. Extra clips from videos. It's just a distraction. This is all just a distraction. Who cares if Pokemon had a buzz on his tail? Who cares? Who cares if Shaggy had an Adam's apple or didn't? Who cares? Fruit Loops. It was spelt with 2 O's with the loops in there instead of Fruit Loops. Who cares? The coffee mermaid thing had a star on its head. None of this bothers me, honestly. Kit Kat had a hyphen in the middle. Who cares? Honestly, the people that have spent years doing this, it's a waste of your time and life. They change the names and the spelling of stuff and the presentation of things. This one, Dolly had braces. Yes, he did. The old movie anchored on the fact that Jaws, the big woman with the metal teeth, went off with this young lad with metal teeth. They smiled at each other. And then I remember as a kid thinking, oh, Jaws isn't going to kill her because she's got the same teeth as him or she's got metal teeth like him and they went off together. But in the movie, apparently he ain't got braces now. How easy could CGI put this into a movie and then remove it? AI, whatever. And then re-release it as a mastered copy and everyone sees this version instead of that version. None of this makes any sense to me. It doesn't even bother me. Like the Flintstones, who cares how it was spelt? It had double T in it. That for a second there, I read testosterones. The flip testosterones. Oscar Mayer, the sign, Coca-Cola. Used to have something in it, obviously. I don't know. Guess the correct logo. They both looked identical to me. What am I missing on that one? They look the same. Surely someone's wagging me. I'll tell you what is weird about the Coca-Cola label. Coca-Cola label. That's the one. Images. Coca-Cola label in Arabic. Where is it? Ah, there you go. So when Coca-Cola's written backwards, it looks just like the Arabic word for saying no Muhammad, no Mecca. What are the chances of that? When you reverse the Coca-Cola label, it looks just like this look. It's pretty close. That one looks like it says Jesus. They hide all sorts of subliminals in plain sight. And I got to be honest with you, I don't care if the Quaker Oats man had a turkey neck or not. God, man, I just don't give a rat's. I don't care if the Monopoly man had a monocle or the Looney Tunes was spelled tunes and not tunes. None of this bothers me. Which is correct? Are you winding me up again? Oh, right. They've moved this out of sync. Yeah, it's that one. That's the first one. But now it's this one. It's in at different angles or whatever. It doesn't mean anything to me, and it shouldn't mean anything to you. But the people have been stuck on, man, they're still talking about this shit. It bores me. It really does. Right, Nelson Mandela. So it all came about because Nelson Mandela died in prison. And I remember having the conversation with my dad. I remember coming home from school, and I remember my dad having the paper in his hands, reading about it and watching it on the news at the same time. Like it was something important to an 11-year-old boy, but it wasn't. But I do remember him saying, Mandela's dead. He died in prison. But it meant nothing to me. So whether it was just like a flash news thing that so much of the population saw, or did just the population forget about it? That he died in prison. I've got no idea. Right, Nelson Mandela. Let's have you, Nelson. Brian Staveley. Have I got Brian Staveley? Let's have a look. Brian Cranston. Brian William. I'm sure I've got a Brian Staveley. I'm sure Agent D got me the gates on Staveley. There he is. Yeah, Staveley. So, when I was a flat earther, all the flat earthers, Karen B, they all said, go watch Brian Staveley. It's amazing. Again, you're just being led down a load of bollocks that don't mean anything, gets you nowhere, by these cretins. And this person, all 4'7" of him, it's like he's the Danny DeVito of she's the Danny DeVito of Mandela. Brian Staveley. I think it was Agent D that got, I don't know who got me the gates, but thank you to whoever got me those 4 gates. There's your Mandela effect. Right, let's come back. Nelson Mandela apparently died in prison. I remember the story. I was 11 years old. Like I said, I had this conversation with my dad coming home from school. Nelson's dead. Who? Nelson Mandela. I don't know who that is. Here, look. And you can remember him pointing at the TV. I've got no idea who it is. But here she is. Here's Nelson Mandela. 90 years old. Another one that lived to 90 odd, isn't it? Close set eyes, look. Arched eyebrow. No brow bone. Flat forehead. Widest in the hairline. Small high set ears. It looks a lot like Barry, what's his name? Obama. It looks a lot like Obama to me, especially with a sloping face. Could be family. I don't know. But it's an egghead, right? It's an absolute egghead. Walking. Is that a young Nelson? It is. We've got nice hips. We've got a partial full mince. Inline footfall. I can't see it again. Nelson Mandela. Ski with legs. Inline footfall. There's another one. That's the same one. It is the same one. There's a nice one from the side. Inline footfall. Foot and knee looking out at 8 o'clock. George Bush with diamond. Inline footfall. That's not Nelson, is it? That's a film. The Making of Mandela. Shut up. Is that a statue? Why is that statue mincing? Oh, it definitely is, lot. Is that a statue as well? Bloody hell, there's a lot of statues up at these. What was that? There's loads of them. Oh, there's loads of statues. Right, okay. Right, let's go back. I'm back again. That's not you, is it? Look at that neck. Look at that 5 head. Look at the close set eyes and the small teeth. The big square jawline of a man. At the money, at the money, at the money, at the money. I've got that tune in my head. Zipping up my boots. Going back to my roots. To the place of my birth. Why is there no gates for Nelson Mandela? I've done it, right? Let me just go to... I'll just go here. I'll show you bitches. Nelson Mandela. No, it's the wrong one, Peter. Open up the other one. That one. There we go. Nelson. How many we got? We've got 2 of them. We'll put them both up. Nelson Mandela. Son of Man Code. In the correct order. Nelson Mandela. Son of Man Code in the right order. There you go. I'll bring up the gates for you. Show you what I got. Right there, look. Full mints. Full mints. Full mints. Full mints. Full mints. Inline footfall. Full mints. And the original one. There's the original one. Sloping Shoulders. He was a boxer, wasn't he? Yeah. Nelson Mandela was a boxer. Tony Blair and Nelson Mandela mincing. Don't forget she's a Knight of Malta. Whatever you do, don't forget that she's a Knight of Malta, boys and girls. Nelson Mandela bites the big one. We value privacy. Get lost. Next. Nelson Mandela. Alfred Hitchcock. Is that a request? Actually, we can do Alfred. Why not? It's famous. Alfred Hitchcock. It's Winston Churchill, look. 1 second. I've got to cut out Nelson Mandela. There we go. Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela. Upload. Alfred Hitchcock. Oh, let's put Alfred in the back file. What's on that? It. Alfred. Alfred. There you go. Alfred. Search. What's it? Searches. We'll go after Alfred. It's a real squashy face, isn't it? Rounded eye sockets. Look. Closer eyes. Look how deep the filtrum is. Look how long the top lip is. Absolutely pudgy face. No jawline. No trachea. Small hands. Where's that picture that just caught my attention? Back one. Where was it? Something there. I wanted the digit ratio. I can't see it. You've got a big head though there, haven't you? Nice shadow casting jawline, whoever you are. Is that the... It's got to be the husband, right? Skull check. Wow, he looks like a lot of people. He looks Russian. Cone in head. Look at that cone head. No brow bone, arched eyebrows, deep philtrum, pudgy lips, high set ears, close set eyes, no cheekbones. Final answer. Hitchcock. Walking. Moment of truth. There, full mints. Alfred Hitchcock. Any questions? Look at the size of those hips. We're done. Full mints. There's another one there. From Flamingo / full mints. Another one there. What's that? Oh, inline footfall with the knee and foot looking out at 8 o'clock. Game over. Alfred Hitchcock. There's a nice one walking up the seafront. Or is he on like a boardwalk? Absolutely mincing. Look at the way the front calf curves upward. Look how the woman leans forward into the walk. Look. Who's that? Oh, it's Cary Grant again with a bumhole in the chin. Alfred Hitchcock, full mints, feet in the wrong angles. Nice diamond there. Oh, it's, what's his name? Psycho, Anthony Hopkins. No, whatever, Perkins. Cary Grant, full mints. Look at that bad girl. Put a towel between her hands. She's flossing, look. Let's go back again. Hitchcock. We're done. I think that's it. There is another one somewhere where he's with like a child and his wife, I think, walking on a boat or some sort of gangplank boardwalk. We're done. Let's bring up Alfred Hitchcock. Should be in the back file, guys. So look, Alfred. I've got a few of them. Alfredo, Alfred Noble, Alfred Hitchcock. There she is. Look at that skull. It just goes straight in, look. Anybody telling you that the skulls don't work is full of shite. They fit like gloves, especially when they're bald, look. Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock. Let's cut Alfred out. Is that right? That is right. Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock. Create. Next. Search the magazine confirming Adolf Hitler was a woman. I've seen that. Yeah, it confirmed a female skeleton, didn't it? I can't remember what it said. I looked it up. Where am I? Nelson Mandela. Tiger Woods. Have I done Tiger Woods? I could have sworn I've done Tiger Woods. Let's have a quick look. Poncho Pete, Son of Man. Let's get rid of Ray Charles and put Tiger Woods in there. Oh, maybe I haven't. Tiger Woods. Wait, what time is it? 2 hours and a half. I've done plenty. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go play some Call of Duty. I'll be back tomorrow night, Friday Night Live. Thank you for joining me, Skull Checkers and forensic students from around the world. Thank you very much for spending your evening with me yet again. Until next time, God wants you to understand this one message. He wants you to know that you were born in an inside out, upside down, back to front, tipsy, topsy, turvy world. Thank you very, very much for watching. A good night, Annabelle. Sweet dreams, my darling. Good night, Luke. We'll catch you tomorrow. Sweet dreams, everyone. God bless. Bye.